Now, one of the most solemn places that you can be on a battlefield is at a grave, especially if that grave had been there since the battle itself. Here in a minute, I'm going to walk up on a position where there's a small sign, a small marker, and it tells a story about a grave that was discovered out here at Malvern Hill, likely from some soldiers that fought here at the battle and was buried hastily in a small grave. Now, there's no telling who these soldiers were with, because when they were found, there wasn't much left, but they were definitely Confederate soldiers. We are in the position where D.H. Hill's men were. So, could it have been men from the 20th North Carolina? It is a possibility. These men were removed from this field, this battlefield grave, and they were buried later on in a cemetery. So their remains were interred properly to give them a proper burial, regardless of who they fought for, because that was the nice human thing to do. So we'll flip this camera around and I'll show you the divots that are in the ground from where those two soldiers were found. Coincidentally, I, at one point in time, ended up volunteering for a National Park Ranger that was here the day that they found these bodies. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to see from this position, but there is a small divot in the ground right there. Then you can see how the tree, how the dirt comes up there, and then another small depression here. That's the burial plots that we're talking about. And it says, in this sign here, reads, "The depression to the right of the trail probably represents former graves of Confederate soldiers. The dead of both armies received hasty battlefield burials. Most were disinterred after the war, with the Union dead going to Glendale National Cemetery and the Confederate dead probably being removed to Richmond. These woods are historic. They and the small stream that you crossed offered welcome shelter to Confederate soldiers. Several brigades, mostly under the command of General John B. Magruder, advanced up the slope and subsequently fell back to these woods, while Union artillerists threw shells into the treetops." So remember, we talked about Magruder's men being off in this area here. This is that extreme right section that we were talking about for the Confederate soldiers. And then if you go down the slope, that was the area we were at earlier where we said the 20th North Carolina and Hill's men probably were off in this direction, headed towards the West House, which is roughly out in that direction.